Isn't life just absolutely amazing? Having the amazing Robin on our team now. I have Robin leveled up. She might not be perfect. Well, she is perfect, but I'm talking about her levels and her stats. But she will be on our team today as well. Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Wummer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail, and we have Robin on our team. Robin, Adventurine, Kafka, and Sampo is the team right now. And actually, what's interesting about it too is that if we do get high ceilings at some point as well, it will be Robin, Adventurine, Kafka, and high ceilings on the team, which I think will also be a very, very cool team as well. Luca, I love you dearly. I love you so much. Your services were amazing. Thank you. But it's Robin's time for now. Luca's on other teams as well. Luca's on Jingliu's team as well, so it's not like we're gonna forget about Luca for sure. We are about to head towards this vortex of Jedis' basin here. I don't know if they're gonna pick up where we left off with the Don Hong Evernight thing. I have no idea. I have no idea whatsoever. What I will say is this. Before we get into anything else, I'm going to say this as like part of the video because I feel like sometimes when I say it as like a side thing, as it can sometimes come across as a joke. We're heading into the later stages of Amphoreus now. And things are obviously going to get bigger and bigger. That's what happens with like Honkai Star Rail later acts, of course. And it's already gotten like, so many things have happened already that have been absolutely incredible. So what I will say to you guys is, and everybody, this is just a thing that's not a debate. It's not a conversation. It's not something that goes back and forth. It's not me getting input on this. It's me just saying this is how we're doing it. As always, it's been the same thing since the start, and we're going to continue it here. I do not need to know what's going to happen in the future. I do not need hints about what's going to happen in the future. I do not need like tongue-in-cheek kind of like, let's quote something from the future. I don't need anything like that at all. I think, it's okay to be like, oh, things are going to get crazy because like that's like saying water is wet about Honkai Star Rail. It's like, yeah, okay, things are going to get crazy 100%. Or like, I can't wait for like the next act. Of course, it's like, yeah, it's Honkai Star Rail. That's not a spoiler whatsoever. But what I mean is like, don't hint. If it hasn't happened yet, we don't talk about it. Just end of. We don't hint at it. We don't even discuss it. That goes for upcoming quests, moments that I haven't seen yet, characters I haven't met, and characters I don't understand or know yet. So if you want to talk about a character, like say like a character I just met, I don't need to know their personalities or your opinion on their personalities right away. I just don't need to see that. I'm just going to put this out there now. End of. It's not a back and forth, because here's the thing, like I've had in the past where mods will be like, oh, this person's hinting at stuff in future videos, and then like I'll like be like, okay, just let them know or whatever that they're not allowed to do that, and then they will push back on the mod and say, well, no, I disagree. It's not a spoiler for me. It doesn't matter what your opinion on a spoiler is. I know it sounds so harsh to say, it doesn't. What matters is what I feel about my playthrough and what I want to have fun with my playthrough. And I feel like I've given people like 100 and like something episodes of like leeway. And still like in the past few weeks I've had like mods or other commenters be like, oh yeah, there's like someone hinting at something. Here's the thing, I also am not presumptuous to think that I am like this amazing YouTuber that everyone watches every single second of everything I do. Some people might have missed it. Some people maybe came in at Amphoreus when we didn't talk about it as much. But that is the rule. If it hasn't happened, we don't talk about it. Nobody is going to ever give you a pat in the back for hinting at something. And I'm not going to come back and be like, oh, you got that. If you quote something for the future, it's not going to help me or help you. It's not going to make me go, wow, you did that. There's no debate about this, because the thing is, I've had pushback as well from commenters being like, I don't see it as a spoiler. It's like, again, it doesn't really matter what you see as a spoiler. I know other channels do it differently, where they don't mind watching all the trailers, they don't mind knowing what's coming up next and all this stuff as well. That's just not what I do here. It's just not. And yeah, I'm gonna say I've said it every single time as like a little side kind of thing, but I feel like sometimes maybe people see it as me being like flippant or jokingly about it. I'm not as serious about it. If it comes down to it, like, the person that, for example, that pushed back at me a mountain of times got banned. And I don't want to ban people because the Honkai Star Rail comment section, I want to make it clear, before we go any further, I want to make it clear, 99.9% of the Honkai Star Rail comment section is incredible. Like, you guys are awesome. It's a joy to upload a Honkai Star Rail video and read all the comments and see what you guys are saying. But, as you guys know, all it takes is one comment. That's all it takes. So I'm just putting it out there. If it doesn't work at that point, it's just one of those situations that, like, at that stage, people know what I'm talking about. But yeah, sorry for making this a side note. I just want to make it clear as we're going into the later stages, because for two things, people might get like a little bit lax as we're getting excited, and also at the same time too, people might not even know the rules, because I'm not presumptuous to think that everyone has been here for the whole time. A lot of people have, but not everyone's going to be here for the whole time. Yeah, and not everyone's going to watch the full 4-hour videos, which again, people skim through videos, which is fine as well. Let us go over here now. Continue trailblazing expedition? Is this actually the power? Not long ago after your return to the core flame of world bearing. What? World bearing? High ceilings. Why?
I'm finally here. Once I return this core flame and become the world-bearing demigod, the cycles of Amphoreus' tragedy can finally
Me
end.
saying why, just because High Ceilings was in that cutscene at the end with the waters of the waterscape, but like I know High Ceilings was with us like through this whole battle. You know what I mean? The final Chrysos air that was with us during this time.
This Era Nova will be the arena for the final battle.
Jesus, man!
With Iron Tomb.
Like, imagine how terrifying Fantilia was. This is like multiplied by 20,000.
But I still feel like something's not right.
Oh no.
Even though this cycle has no demigod of time, time has always stood on humanity's side.
Okay.
Then,
Oh my
with
god.
this core flame blessed by the remembrance, respond to their hopes and blaze a trail to the future.
It's interesting that, like, you know, the core flame was passed through the ages to get back to Stell, and like, we got it from Evernight, right?
Weird. No one ever mentioned this.
Never mentioned like Evernight?
The core flame of time.
Huh? High Ceilings? Oh no, if High Ceilings worried. That's the thing! The thing that it was with Evernight! What?
When did it get returned?
Oh, whoa. Whoa! So it was never returned.
You used Memoria to resist
Oh
me.
god.
But did you not consider the possibility that
What possibilities, Xander?
the remembrance and their children might have taken this opportunity to join the fray as well?
So, when he said this last time, we cut to Evernight, and now Stell is saying something feels wrong, like when was the core flame of time ever returned? High Ceilings noticed then the thing that was with Evernight as well, the little creatures that follow Evernight around. This is all related, right? This is all related. Every single part of the remembrance, the core flame of time, like all this stuff, it has to be related.
Are you saying the Garden of Recollection is also getting involved in this unsavory mess?
Which I wonder if that is what, like, you know, Evernight. I wonder if Evernight is related to that.
Then I welcome them. If the Memo Keepers can disrupt your little experiment of destruction, I'll give them a standing ovation.
Herta to give you a standing ovation from Herta is very big. It's huge.
But you know deep down that they can't. In fact, the Memo Snatchers will be more of a hindrance to you. The Memo Keepers covet Amphoreus' secrets, just as they covet the knowledge of every genius. In the war between the eons, the remembrance is never the erudition's ally.
So this is not wrong, right? The idea of like, because we know that like one of the biggest ambitions of like say Black Swan is to get the memories of Stell, right? She wants Stell to make like memories so she can like have these, because again Stell would have like the best memories, these trailblazing memories. But he's saying that like, you know, they're not on like, you know, the world's side in this sense, I guess. They have their own ambitions. It's not like they're just like, you know, they're not la-di-da, let's go through sunshine and rainbows, hold hands through a field of daisies.
But they are certainly not an ally of the destruction either.
Right.
Right now, following behind the Trailblaze, numerous cosmic powers have cast their sights on Amphoreus. They all have vastly different philosophies, but the desire to survive will unite them against a common enemy.
That's the thing, and we know Lygus, like, 100% understands, and they use the word survive here because, again, Lygus's plan will lead to massive destruction, death, on a scale that is, like, insanely terrifying, right? And he knows this, right? Lygus knows this. But again, he has his own selfish will because he wants to right a wrong that he did to make himself feel better, and also to make this world, in his eyes, look better and to be better, right? In his eyes. Which I think is an incredibly, like, selfish outlook, 110%. But it's one of those things where, like, in theory, the idea of, like, hey, we're all going to die would unite everybody. But for me, political differences, all these, like, type of things, that's never, like, stopped people in the first place from not holding hands together and working together.
How can you be certain that these powers don't have their own end goals, waiting to seize an advantage in the war among the eons?
And this is what I'm saying. I don't doubt, like I said, in theory, people working together because they're about to die makes sense. What Xander is saying is not wrong, right? Like, we don't know people's motivations, what people like in these situations want. And again, it's one of those things where, like, I'm not going to sit here and, like, you know, put my hands out and trust, like, any, you know, followers of, like, a certain path.
The war has long
Except for
begun,
Adrilla.
Screwlum. 4 paths will push the cosmos to its end, and the destruction
4
is
paths.
only one of them. Polka saw these ripples, but had no way of stopping them. So she found in Device 9. Dr. Primitive also took action, but he chose the wrong allies. And now only wild animals keep him company.
Another evil character.
As for the 2 inorganic emperors...
There definitely is a correlation, right? Because I think the thing is, like, when they say there's, like, a fine line between, like, genius and insanity, right? Isn't that the phrase, right? And I do think that there is, like, a thing where, like, you know, you get to a point where you're so smart, or you're so, like, you've so much knowledge, and, like, your knowledge has expanded so much that in these cases you can either go the path of, like, a Herta or a Screwlum, where you are, like, weird and wonderful, but you also do things, like, for the greater good in a lot of cases, or you can be like a Lygus or a Dr. Primitive, who decides to do something that's really horrible, but then tries to justify it in the end, right? Because remember Dr. Primitive as well. Dr. Primitive also, like, felt like he was doing the right thing. You know, Dr. Primitive also felt like what they were doing was, like, something that was going to benefit the world, or at least his vision of the world, I should say. So there is, like, definitely a correlation that, like, you know, the Genius Society has 2 characters that are willing to set the world back thousands of years.
They could have ascended to the throne of destruction, but they were thwarted by the Eon's plots and became prisoners of the erudition instead. What's interesting is, while the second Emperor had a body made of flesh and blood, he considered himself an inorganic being.
Interesting.
Guess who was the one who influenced his thinking?
We have no interest in chatting about the past
Love it.
with you. Logic, you are stalling.
Me legitimately,
which
like,
means
interested in...
You feel trapped.
Me legitimately interested in what he's saying, but then, like, as soon as someone shuts up Lygus, I'm still on board. Lygus, that's really interesting. Like, shut up. You're right. Be quiet, Lygus.
Trapped. Yes, looking back, when Xandar was a human, he often felt trapped. But patience became my strongest weapon because of this. I've always waited for so long.
Yep.
What's a bit more waiting?
And I think this is, like, something he keeps repeating because, like, legitimately it is, like, his biggest, you know, I don't say cope, but it is his biggest, like, coping mechanism, I think, is the fact that he knows, like, he has more patience than anyone in the cosmos. You know what I mean? At this stage. He's a Genius Society member who has waited so long. Well, I feel like all the other Genius Society members are constantly active and, like, trying to, like, you know, not discover new things, but, like, you know, like the way Herta moves and the way Screwlum moves, the way that, like, Is Rune Mage Genius Society? I think so. The way they all move, like they're all like constantly doing stuff and constantly being active. Whereas Xandar has that advantage in that he is the ultimate waiter, you know? He's the ultimate loiterer.
You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man who's crossed thousands of amber errors.
You can't disagree with like his patience. You know what I mean? You can hate everything else, but you can't disagree with this man's patience.
Oh, you're right. We won't get anywhere the way things are going right now.
Kick him.
Every member of the society has their own way of thinking, and we were never going to expand your thinking through words.
Mm-hmm.
Since we've reached an impasse in this debate.
It's my turn now, isn't it?
What? I mean, like, great! See Anaxagoras out of nowhere. What the hell? I mean, I'll take it. What the hell are you doing here?
Anaxagoras.
And for Xandar to be, like, confused? That's a big deal. The butter version of Anaxagoras showing up here?
I see.
I mean when I don't see.
Exactly. The benefit of dealing with intelligent individuals is that there's no need to waste words.
Oh yeah?
The answer is exactly as you think.
Which is...
Lupai Sealand's in. Let her join the final act. I'll transmute myself into a philosopher's stone and embed myself into the formula.
Wait, so he's...
And when the time comes, she needs to shatter me and scatter that stone's ashes into the ocean within the vortex.
So he's just like a part of this?
So what exactly does your formula do?
Yeah, please.
Now that would spoil the climax, wouldn't it? I have 10,000 ways to torture an anti-cathedral.
Oh my god.
And in the flame chase journey that she experienced, the previous me already discovered the optimal solution.
Yeah, which is what Anaxagoras. This is so freaking cool. So I don't know exactly what happened there. Is it because he was spread across the whole like vortex or whatever? Like did he just become part of like the fabric of like the coding of Amphoreus?
Just as that titan made themselves at home in my brain, I can also fuse myself with your avatar through alchemy. I didn't know until I tried it, but this is simply brilliant. I can flip through a genius's databank like reading a book.
He's gonna fuse himself, or he is going to, or he has fused himself with like Lygas's brain, or his avatar.
Then I will step onto the stage at the perfect moment and use the truth to end this long debate.
If Anaxagoras is the one, oh my god, if he's able to do this.
And just as always, I'll leave the audience
Of course,
speechless.
you always do.
You waited in the data stream for hundreds of years.
He's like, someone else waited, that's my thing.
This universe is worth all that time that I invested.
Oh my god, Anaxagoras.
How
what a lovely thing to say.
absurd. But I can't help but admire it.
This is awesome.
You managed to avoid the watchful eye of the erudition and plan all of this within Amphoreus. It seems that there was a slight oversight in my assessment of the experiment.
So wait, so even Xandar is like confused about this. So like he says here that like I can fuse myself with your avatar. So he said I can. So maybe he hasn't done it yet, and then he will step onto the stage. So he plans to fuse himself with the avatar of Xandar, and then he's gonna flip through his brain, and then he's gonna step on the stage and use the truth of his brain, I guess. Which again, that's a very Anaxagoras thing to do, which is, by the way, exposing the truth, right? He's a big component of a big supporter of the idea of like the truth should be followed no matter how like crazy it is, right? He wants people to think for themselves, and the best way to do that is by using the truth. Xandar, you're in the presence of a real genius called Anaxagoras.
Perhaps there was more than just one oversight.
That's what the doctor said when you were born.
More than just one?
Okay, if Hurt is worried, I'm worried. that's always an indication of when we should be worried. Is Hurt worried? Yes, we should be worried.
I underestimated the remembrance's methods.
Huh?
A third party is about to join our discussion.
Who?
Still haven't noticed it.
What are you what's the third party?
In the past few moments, we've all forgotten something, haven't we?
Wait, what? What do you... Is it Cyrene? Where's Cyrene? Where's Cyrene?
Miss Cyrene disappeared.
What is happening? This is remembrance? What is happening?
I thought no one would notice me if I just waited at a corner of the memory zone.
This is insane. This music. What's this gothic haunted like mansion music, man?
But I see that wasn't enough to fool you, my dear.
I've missed you so much, March 7th. Oh my god, wait! But we've already seen Evernight. Did we just not remember them? Who are you?
Looks like you're no longer that surprised to see me. Even though I am an uninvited
No,
guest.
Evernight, I need you to understand. Every time I see you, my brain skips a bit. It's weird. This music's gorgeous. Very, like, mysterious, kind of dark. Feels like almost like a classic horror movie theme.
Only you can see me right now. I only exist in your cognition.
Oh?
So that way, other people can't interrupt
This music is
us.
gorgeous. This music is absolutely gorgeous. We need to talk about what's going on. Where's March 7th? That's what I want to know as well. What exactly do you want is a good question. So all these are good questions.
She's...
No.
nowhere.
Tell me where she is.
It looks like you still aren't prepared for the worst.
Oh my god, this is becoming more and more eerie every single second that they talk. I can't get over how good this music is.
Your friend March 7th
No.
is
No.
no
Explain yourself. No.
It's just like what she predicted. The truth shook you. Just like
Wait.
she said it would.
You were talking to March? Wait, but the thing is, Evernight last time did say that, like, they had, that March had remembered their memories. So I was saying that my thought process on it was that, like, Evernight is a part of March's memories somehow? So does that mean remembering Evernight maybe made it that March was no longer... But here's the thing, I'm not going to believe it until I see it. Like, the legitimately, like, I will get March back. Unless, well, it's, that Honkai Star Rail, like, I feel like Honkai Star Rail has no problem with just, like, keeping Evernight here, like, as, like, a main character forever. You know what I mean? Like, when I said I'm going to get March back, like, it almost felt like, you know, like a lie detector just went off in my head or something. This is crazy. And this music is gorgeous.
March 7th entered this world long before you and Don Heng arrived at Amphoreus.
Is that what was happening with her brain? Remember when we first got close to Amphoreus? Or are you talking about like years ago?
She embraced the path of remembrance to save you two, and burned
What?
away like a lone candle in
What?
the fog.
Wait, so to save us?
And I am the shadow cast by her candlelight.
Wait, so you're like a remnant? What are you? There's no way. Wait, does she mean like with the train at the start to save us? Does that mean March had already gotten there by the time, like, in terms of like when she started, like, you know, feeling sick? Was that her like going to Amphoreus somehow?
I've been hiding within the cracks of time all these years. It isn't easy to deceive a
What?
genius, but I can do it.
What the frick? Wait, so, like, is she talking about Xandar? Like, she's been hiding in, like, the cracks of this area this whole time? So is that, she says she's the shadow of March 7th's candlelight. March 7th is no, you can't, like... I can't get over how good this song is. She embraced the path of remembrance to save you two, then and burn like a lone candle in the fog, burn away like a lone candle in the fog. And I'm the shadow cast by her candlelight. So that's like a remnant left of March. But she also said that March remembered me in the last one. What the hell's happening? There's no world where I would let March not be a thing in this world. If I anything in my power. But didn't we see March as we saw March? Remember she met Cyrene, or does that mean maybe or was that before? I don't know, man.
I'll now answer your other question. About who returned the core flame of time in this cycle.
So we're wondering about that as well. Every time I look at her, my brain just skips a bit. It's like it feels weird. It's like unnatural. It's a great design, incredible looking, but it's so like it reminds me almost of like a Soul Eater character, right? Yeah.
The answer is simple. No one ever did.
What do you mean no one ever did? What? You overrode everyone's memories? Wait, so she made everyone think that they returned that core flame?
I believe someone as sharp as you would definitely figure out that something's
wrong.
Wait,
so she made everyone think that the core flame of time was returned? So everyone went on as business as usual?
When the Era Nova fails to proceed, you will remember our initial meeting. And I'll be able to open the way for the remembrance and reach this
What are you
place.
talking about? What are you talking about? And our initial meeting was the meeting we had there when you saved me from Eximoth. If she said she was hiding in the cracks of time, does that mean that's how she was able to get into Eximoth? Like, because she was always just here? She was able to open the way for the remembrance and reach this place.
Thank you for carrying this core flame all the way to the end of the world. I expected nothing less from March 7th's trusted friend.
Stop.
And now...
My heart's pounding. I need us to, like, do something to bring March 7th back. There's no world where I can live knowing that March isn't here. There's no world. There's no universe. How about don't touch that?
I shall claim the divine authority.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And we know what the divine... We know what the stuff can do with... Sorry, guys. We know what the stuff with time can do in this world. We've seen the power of it. We've seen Cyrene use it, right? Like, it is powerful.
I already told you. She no longer exists.
Stop.
But you still have a chance to fix everything.
Is fix everything getting March back? Is that what it is?
The divine authority isn't actually all that important. What's important is that I will use it to participate in the inner workings of this world.
This Amphoreus is insane because it feels like we've had it's been like a trilogy of like movies almost on the level of like Lord of the Rings or something. Because like if you look at the first 3 acts we had in this game, the first 3 acts, it feels like one separate movie. Then it feels like Act 4, 5, 6 felt like its own movie. And now it feels like we're entering into a different movie, like that relates to the last one. It feels like a trilogy. Like, it's actually insane what they've done with this. How, like, every single, like, few acts, they refresh it in a way that adds a new dynamic, a new character, new workings. They turn in things on their head, and it refreshes Amphoreus once again. Like, we have now, like, Evernight talking about, like, participating in the inner workings of this world using the core flame of time.
You already have a good idea of what the Era Nova does, right? It initiates extrapolations for the next cycle. based on the World Bearer's memories.
I haven't heard this the way this was described, but like I think that's what Anaxagoras wanted, right? I haven't heard this way they said it, the way they like this exact way, but I think that's what he wanted for Finon, right? For Finon to kind of like keep his memories intact so he could build a world that was actually like more beautiful. But does that mean you're gonna like you're gonna do it? Your memories?
This immutable experimental mechanism is the key to the genius's resistance against Iron Tomb. And now, I'll be lending it just a touch more help.
Oh my god. First of all, it just says touch tickles the brain. The second of all, like, if you can help against Iron Tomb, that's great. But that, I'm still terrified of you now. I'm absolutely terrified of you. Also, as well, like, they've done such a good job of this because it would be so easy for me to just not only see March 7th, right? But as my brain has been skipping a bit, and not literally, but it's like I'm kind of like going, it feels weird, right? The one thing they've done amazingly so is that the personality feels different. The vibes feel different. So slowly, slower and slower, it's starting to like adapt to like almost like it being like nearly a different character altogether. You know what I mean?
Let me filter your memories. Keep the appropriate seeds and discard the rest. That way, we'll be able to complete an era nova that this world has never before
And this is something that like the remembrance can do, right? Because if this is the Garden of Recollection as well, remember they did this to March as well. Oh my god, remember they did this to March? Remember they like kept her like from seeing like some parts of her memory? Isn't that what happened? They can do this stuff, right? Making everyone think that the core flame of time was returned. And now she wants to take parts of our memories and the parts that she wants, the appropriate ones, the seeds, so we can create Era Nova we never saw before. I'm gonna screenshot all this as well, by the way, guys. I'm gonna screenshot all this stuff. Yep.
It won't take too long. You just need
Where's
to
High
step
Sealens?
into the rain of sensation with me. I'll tell you who deserves to be
Nobody.
forgotten. And who deserves to be remembered.
Nobody deserves to be forgotten. If you want to make me forget Xandar, I'll do that. Guys, I am like, you know when you have one of those moments where like you forget to breathe for a second? I feel like I'm having this moment now in this scene.
With your memories as the base material, I will recreate the cause and effect of this world, and let a flawless Amphoreus be born from the chaos.
What do you see as a flawless Amphoreus? What do you see as a flaw? Like that's what worries me, right? I can't get over how good this music is. Because the thing is, like, we've had too many times here where characters will use their own vision of the world and think that that's the best. That's the best vision of a world.
Isn't the fate of the entire cosmos hinged
It
upon
is.
this
100%
fact?
is.
Then this is the best way to ensure everything works out.
Oh my god.
It will most certainly defeat the destruction, while composing an unforgettable chapter for the Trailblade.
And that's such like a way to like entice someone, right? Which is like, the idea of like, hey, we can defeat the destruction. We can stop Iron Tomb. Because that's like the biggest worry we have right now, is because Iron Tomb would legitimately be a catastrophe on the level of stuff that we haven't even seen in our own lifetime in the real world. You know what I mean? Like so stuff that like we wouldn't be able to like, and that says a lot because we've had a lot of really horrific stuff happen in our real world. Like I'm talking about our world, the human world, Earth. So this idea like of like someone being like, hey, we can stop Iron Tomb. Of course it's gonna make you as characters be like, okay, that's super enticing. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things that like we're on this almost borrowed time where we're trying to desperately to stop, you know, Xandar's plan. Because we know Xandar is going to cause, like, as I said, a destruction on the level that would be absolutely, even if he says like, oh, I'm going to rebuild it, that doesn't matter, right? That's like me saying like, you know, just because like I can rebuild someone's house doesn't mean I get to destroy it. You know, that's not my choice. It doesn't work like that. Life doesn't work like that, you know. And here's the thing, like it's not like it's a big deal because Xandar admitted last time that he knows what he's doing is horrible, you know. and his intentions are horrible. So there's not really you can like do about that at that stage, you know. It's just me lecturing Xander when he's like, it's like, yeah, Xander, you know what you're about to do is gonna kill like a lot of people and it's very evil, you know. Yes. Okay. Okay. So we have the answers here, but my understanding of this, like as I said, just to summarize my understandings of this. Rewrote the memory, so we thought that the core flame of time was there. She wants to use the core flame, the world-bearing core flame, with Cell's memories to recreate a world that is kind of like perfect and what she believes is perfect for Amphoreus. She's going to use the core flame of time to like rework. Is that what she said? Like rework. Is what I shall claim the divine authority of time. Participating in the inner workings of this world. Kind of like the way, in a way, how Cyrene did it, but like obviously it's in different hands here. Jesus Christ, man. So no, I can't trust you, and who would be forgotten? Your plan is no better than Ligus. It is, here's the thing, percentage-wise, it kind of is, but like percentage-wise, you're not March 7, give her back. Let's go.
You're right. I'm not her. But our hearts are closely intertwined.
I never buy that stuff when it comes to stories where you're like, you're no better than the evil guy. And it's like, this obviously like trusting Evernight now is getting more and more terrifying, right? Anyone who wants to like rewrite the world and like what they believe is the proper vision is terrifying. And you can say, well, Calvin, did you want to rewrite the world as well and stop like the, you know, change the code and the protocols or 110%? But I know for a fact that like Stella is a good person. I know for a fact that Cyrene is a good person. Right, I know this for a fact. There's no debate about this, you know. I don't know what's up with Evernight. They're claiming March 7th is freaking gone, but they say we can also fix things. I just can't believe March 7th is gone though. I just can't. Like I cannot believe that like at the very least I know this game would give us a goodbye. You know what I mean? Oh, but they would also do like a goodbye where like they show up in like one random cutscene at the end. They totally would. I have so many conflicting feelings now.
Besides, that's what March 7th wanted.
That's what she wanted? Because you remember she said as well that March 7th remembered her. I need like a cutscene or like a scene to see what happened here.
If a new life is to be born, its seed has to be dead.
Wait. Are you saying that like March wanted to be like reborn as Evernight? Because you're saying a new life you've born, a seed has to be dead. Are you saying that, like, March chose to, like, as you say, disappear or fade away like a candle so that the shadow could take place or take her place? The last time we saw her, though, she was so hell-bent on saving us, saving Dan Heng and Stella, right, and looking after us.
March 7th made a wish
Where's Dan Heng?
Before she disappeared. Her only wish was for the Trailblaze's journey to continue without an end.
Oh man, that does sound like a March, doesn't it? The idea of like wanting to never stop going on adventures with Dan Heng and Stell. And here's the thing, that's my wish too. I'd love to have that trio. If like the amount of times that they've separated the trio is actually criminal. It's actually criminal. And the police just said I can't keep calling over this over and over again. They've done it again. Please go to like Hoyo and get them. And they said, yeah, I can't keep calling about it. You know, it's criminal, right? I would kill for them to just enjoy their time together and never have to worry about anything. But that's just obviously not realistic in this sense. But it's again, this type of wish I wouldn't put it past March. Like that's the type of wish I would make as well. So she made a wish to, and from Evernight's words, she made a wish to Evernight to say, I want this journey to go on without end.
I'll definitely fulfill that small wish for
her.
her.
You're twisting her wish. Yes, you're twisting your wish. And I think that's a really good way of putting it, right? Because the whole thing of like, I wish for the Trailblazers to continue a journey without end. To me, if March said this, that's, you know what that means? That is, I want to continue going on a journey with March and Dan Heng forever. Or sorry, Stella and Dan Heng forever. What she's twisting, I think, is going to be is I'm going to like make sure that like it definitely never ends because it will never like truly ever like end in terms of like the same way that a job never ends. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a constant cycle. Wake up, go to work, all this stuff. That's what it sounds like she's probably going to like make it out to be. It's like when you wish for something off a genie and it's like I wish for like $1 million and they give you $1 million from like the bank account of like a mobster that it ends up killing you. It's like a monkey's paw type thing, right?
Friend, what's going on?
Cyrene.
Your consciousness suddenly went so far away.
And she noticed. If Cyrene noticed this,
I promise you that the Astral Express crew will definitely see each other again in that new world.
oh, but I need to know what you're gonna do in that new world. I need to know what you're gonna do.
So come, dear. Sink into the sea of oblivion and become my guest.
Stop, please. I'm so worried.
So much time.
Stop.
Just the two of us. And guess what? You cannot refuse my invitation.
Please. This is so scary. This is so scary. Please.
Because this Memoria Tide comes from your companion.
What?
March 7th.
Oh my freaking god. Okay, I'm taking her a screenshot. I'm sorry, but...
It's her deepest and innermost memory.
We're going to March's okay, I actually kind of would like to go there if that's where we're going. We're going to March's memory? Oh my god. See, this is terrifying, but like I feel like I need to know what's happening here.
Well, I'm not actually all that surprised. I saw you ages ago, after all.
Her voice is incredible, isn't it? It's so lovely to hear.
It was on that night when a certain knight of beauty dropped by uninvited to the Astral Express.
Argenti?
That was when you showed up, without even saying anything.
Wait.
Huh. I see.
Oh my god, that's so trippy! March 7th, like, full-on design with the red eyes. Oh, March, I love you so much. We're gonna save you.
Then, do you still remember how long it has been since you entered Amphoreus?
How long has it been?
That's gonna be tough to answer. 97 days.
97 days.
You walked every inch of this world in 97 days. But unfortunately, no one was able to see you. And you weren't able to interact with anyone.
Wait, so she was like here? Like, I think that's what, like, remember Herta and Skrulum said that March was here. And we also saw March technically enter into Amphoreus as well. Again, this music's incredible. So she's just been wandering around the place, not being able to talk to anyone. Look at her face. I swear to God, Evernight. Please just bring her back.
Like how the Memo Keepers renounce their flesh and turn into mimetic entities.
Stop.
You are now a ghost. A being. Unperceived.
Well, help her get perceived. Jesus Christ, that's depressing. Can you imagine, like, wandering the world and no one's able to see you?
But I can't just do nothing. This world
Oh,
is super terrifying.
I love her so much. Please, just bring her back. Please.
She and Don Heng have already set off. The Astral Express could appear on the horizon any second now.
Wait, so this was before we got to Amphoreus. She was, and we know she was there before we got to Amphoreus, but I just thought it meant that like when she started losing her memories, but maybe she was already here. That's what they probably mean. She was already here even before we even got to like this location. What the hell?
And they too will become this place's victims.
Like using just straight up using that expression. Or that word to describe him.
For ages, I've watched people walk through that door. They couldn't see or hear my calls. The voices beyond always promised safety, but I've never seen anyone return safely.
This is when we saw the scene and Cyrene was trying to convince March not to walk through the door. March walked through the door regardless.
They are all humans who got lured into this place.
Wait.
But these people's memories were tampered with. That's not what happened with the Express crew.
No, hold on a second. They're not talking about... No, they're not talking about all the people of Amphoreus. Right? Just the victims of Amphoreus. What? Are they saying... No, wait, hold... Are they saying that the people of Amphoreus were lured into... There's no way. Would that mean that they're like real people who were brought in here? And she says our memories were these people's memories were tampered with. Were they lured into this location? Because that's the word she used, right? Lured. They were lured into Amphoreus. Amphoreus. And then their memories were tampered with. What?
That's so cruel.
What the hell?
Did the memo snatchers do that?
Guys, I'm just really just set back a lot by this. Like is that what they're saying? That the people of Amphoreus were brought here and lured into this location with the promise of safety? Because as you said, remember that, like Cyrene said, they're always promised safety but never seen anyone return safely. It might just be some, but like it sounds like it's saying that the people of Amphoreus were like real people lured into here and then their memories were tampered with.
I don't know. I only possess your memories.
I would like everything to just be explained right now. Right now. So my understanding of that would be then is that like that door that Cyrene was standing in front of, people get called into that world, but they never return. And that would mean they would enter into the cycles and the stuff that's happening in Amphoreus as well. Like, are they lured into this experiment? Jesus freaking Christ, man! What are we doing?
None of these people managed to break through the sky seal.
The firewall, they're calling it. It's such a cool image.
There's probably a dangerous reason as to why Amphoreus had remained undiscovered for so long. Anyway, back to our initial topic.
I'd definitely like to learn more about the whole thing of the people being lured here. It sounds like that door that Cyrene was standing in front, people were lured in. And then they became a part of, like, the world of Amphoreus because their memories were tampered with, and I guess they just believed that they were always a part of Amphoreus?
You gotta know something, right? We practically look
Oh,
like
her
twins.
voice.
Maybe you know a thing or two about my past? Or any hidden powers I might have?
I'm just looking for hidden powers.
Please, tell me what I need to do to protect them.
Oh my god. And again, that's what she's thinking about all the time. That's what we're thinking about all the time. The first thing and that's why I had all my choices based around March 7th. That's why Don Heng got so angry when he saw Evernight. You cannot break the relationship between this trio. They would do anything for each other, and it freaking warms and breaks my heart at the same time.
Have you ever wondered what the word cost means before jumping into action?
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Cost? Shouldn't I be the one asking you that? Oh. You
a
always
shot.
hid in my memories. Never wanted to come out. The only times you showed yourself were when I got into serious trouble. That's because you also don't want to get discovered by the Garden's observers.
Oh.
Am I wrong?
Did March just realize something here as well? Like they're trying to hide out from the march, the garden's observers. March 7th in quotations.
There's no one here except us. If you help me, then I'll
The
help
determined March, man. March should be like, you know, happy and fluffy and everything should be good. Oh.
Fine. Let me drop a single pebble into these stagnant waters and watch the ripples reshape everything.
Dear Lord.
But you must polish this pebble with your own hands. And it will require all of your
The pebble
memories.
sounds like it's a disruption of what's happening, right? A pebble will add ripples to the water and like change things, right? Ripples changing, you know, they talk about ripples in time being things that have changed time throughout the years, like, or changed your future, right? But she has to polish it with her own memories? Is this how we lost March?
What will I turn into after that?
Stop this. No, is that what they turned into Evernight?
Maybe you'll turn into a guiding light. Or maybe you'll be reduced to dead embers. I can't guarantee that you'll remain the person you are now.
Oh my god, you know what's so sad? If Dan Hong and Stell saw this, they would like tell her, do not even try this, even if it is to save us, you know what I mean? They would say, don't even try this. You know?
Inside you is nothing but an Evernight. Even I can only catch a tiny glimpse of it.
God. So did she become the Evernight? I wonder then, because she wanted to say, protect Stella Don Hum, because in this place it is a location that people get lured in and they get trapped here. Right? But they never return safely. And they change their memories, but that didn't happen to the people of the Astral Express. That's why they don't. That's why they don't believe they're part of Amphoreus. No one's able to get past the firewall, which is seen as a sky, and that's why everything became was undiscovered for so long. She wants to protect Anna and Stella. She's like, I will like legitimately, like, if you needs be, then fine. I will change something here. I will drop the pebble in the water, but you have to do something as well. After all of this, after you use your memories, after all this stuff, you do not know what you're going to turn into. And all this time, March's physical body was lying in her bed, icicles sticking out of her. Jesus Christ, man.
If this is the only way, then I don't see why I should say no.
Please say no. Please say no.
Besides,
Please say no.
the mastermind behind the show is about to find us.
What? Xander found them?
Apologies, lost young lady.
Don't even talk to her.
But I simply cannot allow you to keep acting as you please.
You are not even nearly worthy to even be in her presence. It's actually disgusting you would even think to talk to her. Oh dear, what?
So, he can't see you, huh? As expected.
So he found March, which I think makes sense that after a while that, like, you know, March went a little bit undetected, but like if Herta and Schoolum can find March within like this area, Lygus, who is the admin of this world, would be able to find them, right? And it looks like he was searching everywhere to find her, but still, not Evernight, the other March 7th, has not only stayed hidden from the Garden of Recollection, but has been able to stay hidden from Xandar themselves.
Or maybe he's seen through our true essence.
True essence? Push him!
The Garden of Recollection's methods are puny party tricks. But you, how did you overcome the ultimate protocol?
Oh my god.
Looks like we don't have time to keep talking this out. That's right. Some opportunities will never come again.
Well, you're just gonna go for it?
Then, let's do it.
Oh my god.
Offer up all of my memories.
Oh, the way her voice shook when she said this, because again, she's doing this because she wants to protect Don Hong and Stell, right? But at the same time, like, there's going to be a shakiness in that. There's going to be like, oh my god, I still have to do this. It's the same thing as like if you like, you know, went into a burning building to save the person you love, you do it. But there's no doubt about it, your heart's going to be pounding out of your chest. You know what I mean? It's voice actor did a great job there as well. So I think they're doing it now because, like, obviously there's no time, and I actually think it's a really good, like, story device, like, to have Xander show up and be like, oh, I've seen you, I know you now, I see your true essence. So it's like, we gotta get this done now. If we don't, we won't be able to get it done.
Cast down this pebble, and let everything in this world
Be swallowed by the torrents of oblivion.
Oh my god, this squeaky little voice. We want to enter the safe zone. Oh no.
I promise you.
Oh Jesus Christ, that's so creepy. Oh my god, look at this. What the hell? And there's the umbrella. Oh my god.
now. Let's bring the true Evernight to this world.
What? Look at this visual. Oh my god. Oh, then it changed again. What? When does Evernight take the stage? Oh, Don Hong! I just got chills. What did... Wait. Wait, I need a second. I definitely need a second. This is insane. March gave up her memories to drop a quote-unquote pebble into this world to do something to save Stell and Don Hong. Right? And in the process of that, Evernight was born. And that's what... Because they said we can't guarantee what you'll become. You might die, you might fade away. Evernight was born from March's giving up of her memories. And then she brought the... I'm kind of confused. Well, I will like. Well, I know. Like, I'll watch the cutscene again just to make sure we see everything too. We have a lot of stuff screenshots also, so we can figure out the end too. And of course, I also got you guys, like, which is always a great safety net for information. That was an insane cutscene, an unnerving cutscene. March's memories gave way to the birth of Evernight. You know what? Since that... Be quiet, Calvin, please. I'm gonna have to watch this on mute because I should definitely mute my controller because we can watch these cutscenes again together. So I might mute my controller in future just because I have the audio recorded because it was always a thing that I did with my friends where, like, if we were playing like a tough boss in the game, like, and we always, like, you know, involuntarily maybe screamed after we beat it or like cheered after we beat it. It was nice to have the recordings. You know what I mean? To be like, we share with each other, be like, oh, this is my reaction to, you know, it was funny. It was fun, especially, you know, during you know, specific eras in time. Oh my god, it's such a creepy scene. Is that what was forgotten is the truth? Is that March's memories what was forgotten is the truth? This image is so crazy. It's so crazy. Oh, I called it an umbrella, by the way, because in Ireland we call it a brolly, and then also there's like umbrella is the real term, and then So, like, I had a friend who used to call it Brawly, and it just took over me there, guys. So if you're wondering why I said that. Look at this image, man. It's so crazy. Let's bring the true Evernight to this world. So is the Evernight the ripple that they were talking about then? Like bringing the ripple and dropping, so I can't believe we're looking at Don Hong again. I mean, like, joy, but also it's mixed with a tinge of sadness, knowing that, like, you know, not everything is perfect. Right? Not everything is absolutely perfect here. I am not doing well. And again, if Evernight is supposed to be, as they said, like this, the shadow of the candle of March 7th, the shadow of the light of March 7th, bringing a true Evernight to the world sounds like it is like almost like engulfing it in like a shadow. And what's so interesting is Lygus used the term shadow as well to describe, is it the real world, is it a shadow? Is it warping the world in the ideal of something that's like not actually real, like something, is a shadow of something? I don't know. Don Hung, my beautiful, 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 beautiful man.
Is this the parlor car?
Oh my god, he's so scared. He's so scared.
Am I back already?
He's so startled.
But why don't I remember anything about my journey back? Something doesn't feel right.
Oh my god, it's you know what I equate it to? Like, you know when like you see like the toughest character in a story cry and it makes you like cry? When Don Hung gets startled, like from being the character that like used to bottle everything up, and seeing him get startled at any moment is like seeing that like tough character cry, you know?
Think back to when she and I separated.
He goes straight to logic, doesn't he?
It will take time to uncover the reason. Before then, if one of the Nameless is willing to stay and witness the fate of this world, or to push it along when necessary, it would be of great assistance.
This is goodbye then, Lord Don Hung. Thank you, Guard. I hope that all of you will be able to overcome this disaster.
Oh my god, you know it tore him up to have to like to go on without Stella, right? You know it tore him up 100%.
But I can't remember anything after that. No matter how hard I think.
That's worrying. That's super worrying. Himiko.
Where's Sunday? Did he not come back with you?
Oh, what the hell's happening now with Sunday?
He stayed with Madame Herta. They wanted to try using his tuning to help support the genius's thought hacking.
Okay. I mean, he has great power.
Is that Himiko's voice? And Mr. Yang?
But wait, are you not in the same plane as them?
Oh my. That was Herta's suggestion? It's hard to imagine she'd borrow the power of the harmony.
No, it was Sunday's suggestion. Herta initially refused.
This is going to be, side note, so great for Sunday to be getting involved in something where he can actually help with as well. Because we know that his road to redemption is not just a road that of just doing good things, but it's also a road of using his power for something good and finding a path for something good. And the Trailblazing was always about that. I think it's so healthy for him to find something that, if this is the case and he is helping, because this is all very weird and we have no idea what's happening right now.
But she changed her mind after Xandar's identity was revealed.
Oh my god, how much weight does that put in the idea of Xandar as well? Herta was like, no, we're not doing this. Oh, he's the first genius? Sunday, let's do this. You know what I mean? That puts so much weight into the power of Xandar.
And we still can't get in contact with the Xianzhou Lafu?
Oh no.
I'm I'm still trying, but this place is outside the interastral peace communications coverage zone, so there's a limit to what we can do.
Everyone's on like alert though, aren't they?
What about Aventurine's chip, the mini transmitter? Surely it can get through to the IPC.
Oh my god, imagine contacting Aventurine. Well, yeah, contacting the IPC.
Himiko, are you alright?
Oh.
I've never seen you this anxious
It's
before.
an anxious situation. I think everyone's anxious, right?
I'm all right. I'm probably just tired. Let's focus our energy on the kids.
Oh.
Now's not the time for distractions.
It's one of my favorite things because like they've said in the past like so many times that like, you know, the characters have said themselves like, I'm an adult, I'm this and that. But Himiko and Welt are their parents. And it's just the same way where my parents call me a kid still, you know, even though like I'm an adult, right? It's like one of the cutest things, right? They are our parents. They are Dan Heng's parents. They are Stell's parents. You know what I mean?
Right. Unfortunately, I left that chip in the dreamscape when we departed Penacony.
Wait, he left the chip for contacting the IPC? The mini transmitter? Why?
Am I dreaming?
It's like it feels like he's on a different level, a different layer of the world or something as Dan Heng, right?
The parlor car feels so strange.
Curse whoever would make Dan Heng feel startled. I swear to God. I swear to God.
Are the voices coming from the passenger cabin?
Investigate the parlor car. Wait, we're playing as Dan Heng? I mean, genuinely, we should definitely switch to Dan Heng, right? We should generally switch to Dan Heng. But I don't know who to switch with. Level 68. I'd say we change out Sampo. Even though we won't be able to do DOTs, I don't think we'll need them to get through smaller battles. Right? People like Calvin, March, Robin made much more sense to switch out. Look, you guys said that we should switch out Robin, and look what happened. The controller disconnected. I'm just saying, your fault. Calvin, you should charge your controller before you play the game. I'll tell you this much right now. A PS5 controller, you could charge it for 12 hours, and it would still go dead in like 2. It's literally one of my favorite controllers I've ever held. I love it so much. It feels so good, but Jesus freaking Christ, like, like, it could get like literally, a superhero with electric powers could hold it in his hands and it would still like go dead. It would still go dead. Oh, soothe our souls. And then we also have the most beautiful man. Can you guys do that? I don't think so. Yeah, this is super worrying, man. So what we have here is, and we need to come to terms with a lot of stuff here, right? I don't know fully what's going on, right? Of course we won't know what's fully going on. March made a deal with the other March to, March made a deal with the other March to give her up her memories, to cause some sort of ripple and change in the world that could help in some ways protect Dan Heng and Stell, giving way to whatever plan that this other March had as well, which to bring the Evernight, it feels like, to an Evernight over all of Amphoreus as well. The people in Amphoreus seem to be people that have been lured in over time into this freaking world, which is insane. It's such an insane idea. And usually their memories are tampered with, but in this case, that wasn't the case with the Trailblazers, which is why they don't believe that they were like part of Amphoreus or lived in Amphoreus. Xandar found March 7th and was like, yo, you know, and was talking to her like, which, you know, disrespectful as heck, even talking to her. And that's when they decided to carry out this plan. March gave up her memories. And I don't know if she became Evernight or if she remembered Evernight Or if Evernight is just like literally what you said, a reflection of the shadow like of March 7th. That's what she became. We'll look over everything again 110%. We definitely will, but like, man, this is like a very insane story already. This does feel like final movie in the trilogy type feel.
Those 2 passengers have to return safely.
Aww.
Don't worry, Pom Pom. They're both experienced nameless. They'll be just fine.
Himiko trying to not worry Pom Pom.
Oh, I'm right here.
What the?
But where did all of you go?
Why did I hit so hard? The idea of Dan Heng saying I'm right here, like knowing that like no one could see him. That's so freaking painful. That's so painful. I'm right here. I'm right here. Because again, you have to understand, like regardless of how calm Dan Heng is and how amazing he is, that's still terrifying. You know what I mean? That's still a scary thing to deal with.
It's hard to believe that their car is still floating in the vacuum of space.
What?
That's why the Express wasn't able to receive any landing signal.
Wait, so the train car never got to Amphoreus?
It's likely that the 2 missing nameless, like March 7th, also came under the influence of the path of remembrance, and only their minds entered Amphoreus.
So that's what they meant by March already got there with her mind. When we got close to Amphoreus, it seems that our minds went there too, but our bodies aren't there. Our minds are there. Holy frickin' hell.
We can analyze all we want, but the real question is, what can we do right now?
Himiko's so worried about her kids.
I was just about to get there, Miss Himiko. Right now, Amphoreus' memory zone is extraordinarily full. I can also take this opportunity to enter the world and seize as much of an advantage for the Astral Express as possible before the other memo keepers arrive.
So she knew the memo keepers were going to arise, but she's saying I'll try and like do something for them.
For example, I can light a beacon in the memory zone for the Trailblazer and Dan Heng to follow back home.
That would be very nice. Your body never got to Amphoreus.
March's room. I haven't heard a single peep from her this whole time.
He's so scared, but he's so worried, as you would be.
March already wasn't feeling very well when she and I set out. Even if this is a dream, I should still check on her.
As we would as well. Like the emotions of this whole scene here, by the way, are so incredible. Because one of the things that is a basic human thing is like the ability to be seen and perceived, right? The idea that we can like people notice us and people talk to us. Feeling ignored is painful, right? It's a painful feeling. But imagine the fact that like you're calling out and people are talking about you returning safely and you don't even know what's happened to yourself. You're here, but they can't hear you. Just like when March 7th was wandering through the world of Amphoreus, no one could actually hear her. Our bodies never got to Amphoreus. Our minds got there. I said it out loud and it just sounds, it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. But yeah, the emotions of this are probably painful as heck. They're probably worrying as heck. They're terrifying as heck. Knock gently. Oh.
March, it's me.
Oh, what the hell? And you know what's so crazy as well? Like, in their life, like, March would be the one that comes to Dan Heng to knock at the door. So, like, it's kind of like this reversal of roles here. No answer.
Well, there's no other
Dan
choice.
Heng wanted to be respectful, even gently pushing the door.
Sorry, March.
Like this is what I'm talking about. When he got to Amphoreus, he was taking all those pictures because he was constantly thinking of March. Constantly. All the frickin' time. That's why he was taking those pictures, was for March. He's always thinking about this gal. Oh, it's gotten way worse. It's gotten way, way, way worse. Yeah. Oh, the voice actor for Dan Heng is killing it. Because I feel every single emotion. Every time he gasps, like my heart gasps. I feel it like in my heart.
Is it a dream after all?
Oh, he was hoping it was.
Based on what Madame Herta said, Don Heng should already be on his way back.
But the Express hasn't detected any traces of him.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
I feel like I've seen these floating black things somewhere before.
Yes. He doesn't even remember his encounter with Evernight then.
Or he's already returned to the Express, but fell into the trap of someone with ulterior motives.
I just want everyone to be happy and safe, please.
No. I've definitely
You
seen
have,
them
you
before.
have seen them. You definitely have.
But I've lost that
They're
memory.
continually messing with the memories. Was the music skipping there for a second?
The Memo Keeper's mimetic entities are truly everywhere.
Don't worry. Normal Memo Keepers can't do anything to that little dragon. As long as he's awake enough.
Oh my god.
He'll find
The
a way
faith in
out.
Don Heng as well. But like... The Memo Keeper's mimetic entities are truly everywhere. So is he saying that those things are like mimic entities of the Memo Keepers?
All he needs is a little concentration, patience, and
But
resolve.
yeah, the faith in Don Heng is so beautiful here. It's so nice.
Hearing you say that makes me feel much better. Don Heng has all of the qualities you mentioned.
I don't know what your intentions are.
Just calling it out.
But as the guard of the Astral
guard?
Express, I must ask. Any suspicious and uninvited guests to
Oh
leave.
my god! Wait, what is this? What is this creature? Don Heng!
May song bring us victory.
This music. Can I just say how amazing it is, right? This music, what the hell? Don Heng is like so scared, he's so startled, he's so worried. And then when he hears Black
Time
Swan,
to play the next
he
piece.
hears Himiko's faith in him, and he switches to this battle theme is sick. This battle theme is sick. Holy hell. But then when he hears Himiko's faith in himself, he turns into, no, I'm guarding this place. I'm protecting this place. This battle theme is so good.
Together.
Fighting is meaningless.
This battle theme is the best.
Stand still.
All this stuff.
I hit the mark. Spend freely.
Careless.
Didn't hurt. Oh.
Oh my god. This battle theme is perfect. What's it called? If anyone could let me know what it's called, I'd love to put it in like some videos and stuff. It sounds great.
Sure,
Oh,
I'll play along.
Tonight.
are you ready,
souls
guys?
Shall embrace. Tonight.
Are you ready, guys?
The
Are you ready?
stars echo because
Are you ready?
of me.
Guys, I'm just saying this right now. I hope you can get used to this track because I will always love this. I hope you're freaking ready. I hope you're ready. I just realized Adventurine looks like Nicholas from Anteam. Holy hell. Casting. Wait. Someone said, focus on... Yeah! Look at this. That's so good. This is soothing the soul after everything that's happened. Wait, what? It's an achievement? Oh my god. This is so freaking good. And can I give it a little bit of a note as well? You might think this is strange, but I don't usually wear headphones while recording because like I never really liked how like it felt while recording. But I got open back headphones and I can hear my voice a lot better as I'm talking. And like while I can always hear the music, you guys know I always had appreciation for music and the sound effects and all this stuff in these games. But it was one of those things where it's like, I'm using them now, and it's, of course, even better. It's, of course, like hearing, oh, you can even hear, like, the backing vocals. It's amazing, you know? I guess it's the best.
Going all in. Tabs on me.
Step aside. I have no interest. The time is now.
Say bye to breathing.
Great stuff. So good. Yeah, I love that Don Heng heard.
Is the trap not taken care of?
These are memory zone memes. So, like, was this like a mimetic trap for Don Heng? But what's interesting is, like, I love, again, Don Heng was so scared, so startled, understandably so, then he heard Himiko's voice be proud of him and be, believed in him. And he instantly was just like, no, I gotta protect this place.
Don Heng.
Oh my god, Himiko heard it as well? That is the voice of, like a mother who has not seen her son in a while.
Miss Himiko. I'm back.
He's so respectful all the time.
Even if it's just through a spirit warp jump.
Spirit warp jump, okay.
You could hear our conversation?
Oh yeah, the pride you had in him?
Yes. It was thanks to your voices that I could pierce through the memorial barrier.
Although
it was not a wise decision to let a memo keeper of unknown origins board the Express.
Oh my god, the anger in his voice. The lecturing in his voice.
Can't argue with that.
Miss Black Swan has been on the crew's side ever since things started going wrong in Amphoreus. We can trust
The thing is, like I think you guys know I've always had my opinions of Black Swan as a character who, like, I actually do kind of, like, trust in a weird way. It's like that type of character that, like, obviously we can't fully understand their intentions all the time, but they've shown enough in our world and to us that I can sit here and be like, well, actually, even if I can't trust, even if I don't know exactly what they're thinking all the time, I do have this weird trust in them. You know what I mean?
So many baffling things kept happening one after another. I don't even know where to begin. I wish I could have returned with better news.
Don't blame yourself. You're all safe and sound, and that's good enough for me.
Are she and March 7th really safe and
Oh
sound?
my god, again, you can hear the worry in his voice. The first thing he thinks of, right?
As a matter of fact, while you were on your way back, Amphoreus' circumstances changed once again.
And what does this mean?
And these circumstances have something to do with the two you just mentioned.
Oh my god, is it just like what we saw there before as well? Black Swan told Don Heng what happened to Stell.
Are you saying that she has been kidnapped by an unidentified remembrance path strider?
Is that what we're talking? Is that what we're calling Evernight? An unidentified remembrance path strider?
So you're saying that person's
Okay, that's what we were calling it, okay.
Identical to March 7th?
And Black Swan is able to know this too, which is interesting because they say that they went on detected from the Garden of Recollection. I wonder if it's one of those situations, and now that they've made themselves known that they are being detected.
It's too early to say that, as I haven't seen her with my own eyes. I've only detected a similar aura in the memory zone. We have no way of knowing what March 7th has experienced. But I can assure you, if we sink too far into the Memoria tide of that Miss March.
I'm worried to even click through the next line. I really am. I'm terrified. I'm terrified.
Everyone here will be torn to pieces.
Jesus Christ.
Please, trust me on this.
So wait, if I can just like get a grasp on this. Through the actual text in the background here. So they said that they have been kidnapped by by Evernight. We have no way of knowing March 7th has experienced. We're sure if we sink too far into the Memoria tide of that Miss March. So are they saying that, like, right now we are sinking into that tide? We are into that Memoria tide. Does that mean that when they got close to Amphoreus, maybe I'm reading too much into it, that when they got close to Amphoreus, that was like when they started sinking into that Memoria tide of that march? And if we sink too much into this tide, like go deeper into this, like their version of Memoria, everyone will get torn to pieces. I do trust you on this, Black Swan. I do. More than surprisingly so.
But I also trust in our trailblazing companions. I know this isn't what March would want.
Like, March wouldn't intentionally want us to get torn apart, 110%.
No matter what secrets are buried within, we'll do whatever we can to find that March 7th and bring back her and the March we all know.
Yes. Again, this is Donhong has the same attitude as me. It's like, I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting it whatsoever. We are bringing back March 7th and Stell.
I mostly understand what we've learned about the erudition and the destruction. But what roles do the remembrance intruders play in Amphoreus?
I love the determination for Donhong here as well.
I made some new discoveries relating to that with Madame Herta's help. As part of the deal, do you mind if I share them
Please.
with you?
Always.
All right then.
Wait.
Fourth
mirror? Like the stuff with Herta? You know what's so crazy about this? I think it's actually such a really good way of they've done this. Like, something so simple there as Donhong hearing Black Swan offer something. And they don't have Donhong like trusting Black Swan completely just like right away. He turns to Himiko, gets the nod from his mother, and then nods to Black Swan. Like, he's so respectful. He's so trusting of the people that he loves. It's like a really, really nice touch. It's a simple thing that makes it so much like more, like the characters pop a lot more, right? They could have had just him being like, yeah, tell me. But instead he looks to Himiko and says, is that okay? And Himiko goes, yeah, right? And he nods then. Simple thing, but shows the dynamic between the two of like trust and that like mother-son relationship that they've always had as well, you know?
It's finally my turn to shine. Oh, this feels like such a grand occasion.
Jesus Christ.
It's really been too long since I last appeared.
This friend here is Madame Herta's very capable assistant. They were the ones who helped you complete the spirit warp jump.
So, I'm sorry if I'm like, actually I'm not sorry if I'm confused, because I think that like one of my favorite parts of any type of story is the confusion, because then it leads to confusion leads to breakthroughs in knowledge, right? Always, or leads to if you follow that confusion, right, instead of just like letting it lay, right? It was this mirror that helped Herta get our spirit warp jump happen, so we were able to appear here. Is that what they're saying?
Additionally, it was thanks to them that I was able to learn the secrets of that group of extremist memo keepers.
And using the term extremist, so this is like an off branch. We do know there are different branches, right? They are 100% different branches of the memo keepers, for sure.
I appreciate the praise, but I didn't have to lift a finger. I mean, mirror.
Oh my god.
You did this through a mirror?
The garden has strict rules for collecting memories. But not all memo keepers are as proper as I am. Herta Space Station often has uninvited guests, and they never seem to know their limits. That group of memo snatchers has been taken care of, and they are now trapped in the fourth mirror.
Because that's what, I remember Herta, there was a previous act, right? Was it Act 2? Was it when Herta, or was it Act 3? Act 2? I think it was Act 2. Was it? When Herta trapped that person in the mirror?
How many of them are there? I can't quite remember.
I didn't really count carefully either. Maybe around 42?
42?
There's still room for more.
I carefully dissected the memories of these colleagues of mine. Individually, their goals are not worth mentioning. But when you piece them all together,
I love that she uses like the term colleagues like with the quotations, because technically they are part of her like group, but it's not like it's an off branch, right?
You come to a conclusion that can't be ignored.
Which is?
The Garden of Recollection is secretly salvaging the memories of a path disappearing.
Wait, what? They're salvaging the memories of a path. Which path?
In other words, their goal is to gain the memories of a god's death.
What? What? They're obtaining the memory of a path disappearing. Why?
The moment an eon falls? That would indeed be a spectacular sight for someone dedicated to recording these things.
100%. Maybe if it is just that, because like if you think about it as well, Stell, like the reason why a lot of people are interested in Stell from the Garden of Recollection is because legitimately she's going to have so many adventures, and Stell's memories are more valuable to the Garden of Recollection than like most people's memories, because she's going to see things and witness things. She is destined to she's on a path to like a war with Nanook. You know what I mean? Like she is valuable. You know, and so it makes sense that like it's like a hobby. It's like, it's like someone who goes like cave diving, finding the most dangerous cave. For them, it's like what better and more insane memory than to record the death of a dying eon.
That's exactly the problem. They seem to have been aware of the destruction's movements early on, but they lacked a decisive power and had no way to penetrate Amphoreus's firewall.
So, what did they decide to do?
Wait, so is it Noose that they're because that looks like Noose, right? Or like the eyeball of Noose type thing, but maybe is that what they're trying to say? They're trying to record Noose's death? Is that what we're saying here?
Hide the truth and wait for an opportunity. Now, it seems that letting Memo Keepers guide the right people here was also part of the plan.
So, guiding us here to this place too. So, they weren't able to get past the firewall. So, to get past the firewall, they used us? And is it when March's memories got here and they and her memories and our memories and all this stuff were our minds were put into this place, that's when the firewall was penetrated?
This also confirms one of my suspicions. They have already infiltrated deep within the garden.
They would not hesitate to associate with the destruction in order to salvage memories? Could they be the cremators?
Cremators. So that's, to me, if the destruction is after Noose, then it would say to me that Noose is the one that they're trying to record the death of. They couldn't get past the firewall originally, but through us, maybe? They got through the firewall? Jesus freaking Christ, man. So they hid the truth, which Xandar couldn't, legitimately did not see. Up to a point. And Black Swan guided us here, but that was part of their plan as well. They thought that they would we would be guided here.
I don't know. Perhaps there are even deeper things at play here.
Clearly, man.
The majority of Memo Keepers believe that when the universe inevitably reaches its death, unable to sustain increasing entropy, Fu Li will use the memories of everything to reforge the cosmos.
So that's what the beliefs of the memory keepers, a lot of memory keepers are, is that Fu Li would just rebirth everything.
Amphoreus, as a scepter, can be viewed as a mini-universe. This is why Memo Snatchers have been frequenting the Herta space station. Without a doubt, these extremists wish to record the cause and effect of Iron Tomb's destruction of the erudition.
There it is.
They may want to use it to simulate the end of the universe, or to probe into the unfathomable will of the eons.
Jesus freaking Christ, this is an incredible story. This is incredible. It's terrifying, but how is it we're on like what, Act 7? And the story just got even more incredible. How? The idea that the Guard of Recollection sees Amphoreus as a mini-universe, and since they can't actually like, or don't, I guess in many ways don't want to see... Wait, but they say... They see it as a mini-universe, which is why they want to see the effects of Iron Tomb's destruction and erodation. And simulate the end of the universe. They also... Oh my god. Oh, it's even more terrifying than I thought. Oh my god, no. Oh no. The majority of Member Keepers believe that the universe inevitably reaches its death. Fuli will use the memories and reforge the cosmos. They believe that if Iron Tomb destroys everything anyway, right? They'll be able to record this stuff, get all the information, and then Fuli will be like, yeah, let's rebirth it anyway. Even if they simulate the end of the universe. And also, this thing, the reason why it's an incredible story is because we know they built this up so well just from like having Black Swan be interested in Stell. I talk about all the time how they're so interested in Stell's memories because they really like value the idea of like valuable memories. And in this case, what is more valuable than the finding out like the will of the eons, what the end of the universe would be like, the effects of a Lord Ravager on the world, and the destruction of a mini-universe like Amphoreus to see what a destruction of a universe would be like. Right? And if everything goes wrong, they believe that Fuli will be able to reforge everything anyway. Like, they've built this up with the Guard of Recollection. I know it's like different like parts of the Guard of Recollection, but like, again, the value of memories and the value of like information like this.
The Trailblaze broke the seal around Amphoreus.
There it is.
Giving these people the opportunity to enter.
There it is.
Now, they'll do anything to prevent outside powers from interfering.
We opened the door, we opened the window for these guys.
Because your involvement will certainly influence Iron Tomb's final outcome.
So now that they've gotten in, they're trying to prevent anyone else from getting involved because it's like, now that they've gotten into the experiment, they don't want anyone else changing the experiment. They want to record what Iron Tomb will do in the end because, again, this is like the biggest piece. Again, in terms of what they want, this is the biggest lineup of things they would ever want.
You said that March is closely linked to the remembrance. Is what she's doing related to these memo snatchers?
I do not believe that Miss March is on their side. In fact, when the car you used for landing first made contact with Amphoreus, a violent surge of memories flowed past. Combined with what we know now, I have reason to suspect that the flash of power came from...
March.
Wait, so... A violent surge of memories flowed past, combined with what we know, so March's memories flowed by at that time? Yeah, no, I would never believe she's on her side either. Or they were on their side either. Or she was on their side.
Exactly. She was the first to be hijacked by the remembrance. But she used Memoria to neutralize the firewall, allowing you two to enter Amphoreus.
What? How does that... Did she do that intentionally to bring us here to save things here? Or did she do it in a way that was like unintentional, kind of like instinctual, the idea of like, I want my friends here.
At present, we've lost contact with her. Our only choice now is to rely on the eyes and ears of those two geniuses to understand the situation within Amphoreus.
Or was it the fact that... Guys, if I'm wrong, just definitely correct me. Was when she gave her memories to Evernight? Is that when Evernight opened up the firewall, allowing people to enter into this world? And that's what she did when she changed the infinity symbol. And that's what the Flash of Memories was as well? Jesus Christ. So when March gave up her... But wait, maybe I'm getting this wrong as well. Because she said she wanted to protect Dan Heng and Stell. Does that mean Evernight... maybe I'm getting a little bit confused. Maybe I am. That can happen. My thought process was when March gave up her memories, that's when it opened up the firewall. And then that's what allowed everyone to join into the world. But I could be just misinterpreting this idea. Because that's when the thing came over the infinity symbol and like it almost felt like the firewall was broken. Possibly? Yeah, I'm going to go with that for now. That's what I'm going to go with because I think it just makes the most sense. That's what happened here in this moment.
There's no use in agonizing over this, Dan Heng. Our top priority now is to find where that car landed.
Yes.
Because it never got into Amphoreus, right? Oh, Pom Pom.
You finally found your way back home.
Uncle Pom Pom.
Yes, Conductor. I'm back. It's just...
Oh my god, he's still thinking about... Of course he's thinking about Stella and March.
Pom-Pom knows. Pom-Pom came over to bring you good news.
Huh?
Passenger Wealth says they found those 2 passengers.
What?
Their projections are in the parlor car.
They found Stella and March? How does that work? What's happened? How does that work?
Welt. And Mr. Screwlum.
Oh no, maybe it was Herta and Screwlum?
Himiko, you seem to be feeling much better now.
Or maybe they found... When they said found, I thought they meant they brought him back here. Maybe it just means they found Stella and March.
And Dan Heng, it's great to be able to talk to you. Once again, we owe Madame Herta a huge favor.
As Madame Herta was the way they let him do this jump, right?
Madame Herta doesn't care much for favors, but she'll be happy to receive everyone's praise.
And rightly so at this stage, Jesus Christ.
Back to the topic at hand. Mr. Dan Heng, we did a sweep of the area surrounding Amphoreus' celestial body for organic signals, and we finally discovered the bodies of you and Miss Trailblazer.
Okay, they found the bodies. Where?
The 2 of you were very fortunate, as there was something protecting your bodies. All vital signs are still present, and your functions are all intact.
That's more than good. That's more than good. There's something magical about this song, by the way. There's something so magical about this song.
Was it March protecting us?
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Our preliminary determination is that the bubble enveloping you 2 in the vacuum is made of a substance similar to Memoria. Conjecture. This substance is connected to the lost Miss March.
So it was March protecting us. Jesus, man, this game. That trio will never be broken. It will never be broken.
It will take some effort to bring your bodies back to the Express, so you should get some rest first.
How scary was this, people? Weld, did you hear Weld's voice when he like? That's a small victory. Weld was so excited. I can even get it up here, guys. Listen to his voice here.
Himiko, you seem to be feeling much better now.
That's a slight relief.
Have we completely lost contact with the inside of Amphoreus?
There have been several unforeseen circumstances. We broke through Lygas's firewall after the law was amended.
Right, with the protocol stuff, for sure, yeah.
But now Amphoreus is enveloped by the fierce path of remembrance, once again cutting off all channels of communication for outsiders.
so we have no way of contacting her.
Scary. And that's the thing, the reason why it's scary is because like, obviously every character cares about Stella, right? It's the not knowing which is what is more terrifying, right? Like, and not being able to contact someone. And we know what that's like on a smaller scale. Imagine in this case how terrifying it is.
If we take into account the difference in the flow of time, every minute we delay here could be a year of waiting for her.
And he understands that pain as well. I know I keep saying it, but I'll never get over the passion and, you know, that the trio has for each other. Like, they feel each other's pain, they empathize with each other, they want each other to be safe, you know?
Dan Heng, what are you thinking?
If it was March who helped us get past the firewall initially...
Could you do it again?
Then, does that mean only she and I have the travel permit for Amphoreus right
Dan
now?
Heng, are you going back? Is he going back?
That is a logical inference, Mr. Dan.
Oh my god. And it doesn't surprise me that he would go back, right? This is the dude that literally, when he found out all his friends were like in trouble, right? Remember on the Xian show? He overcame all of it. Not overcame it, but he despite his trauma, jumped down there to the Xian show.
Mr. Scroolum.
Oh my god.
Do you have a way to transmit my spirit signal back to Amphoreus?
He's going back. He's going back. And I want to make clear as well, it's not just like him, Stella as well. Hyacinthia is Dan Heng's like other best friend. You know what I mean? Like these are all his friends too. These are all the people that he grew to love as well.
You want to go back? That is far too
Well,
risky.
you should know at this stage, there is no world and you were going to convince Dan Heng not to do this. There is no universe you're going to convince him not to do this.
Even if my body and spirit are able to return without a hitch, there's not much I can do
That's
here.
what he's feeling like. Like, what can I even do? What can I even do?
We can't lose you again, Dan Heng.
Oh my god. This whole scene is killing me. Again, like I said, that's his mother. That's his dad. I don't care what anyone says. That's his mother. That's his dad. The thought of losing these characters is painful for Himiko, and you heard the relief in Welt's voice. At least we found your bodies, right? And the idea of losing them again in some ways would be heartbreaking for them. The relief they just felt that they found the bodies of at least Stella and Dan Heng. And now they're about to say goodbye to their son again.
Miss Himiko. If we can't get her and March back, how is that any different from losing me?
Oh, holy. Oh my god. Oh my freaking god. Two double meaning here. I want to say this now, double meaning here. Dan Heng is saying on one hand, if we can't get them back, you're losing them just as you would lose me. It's the same thing as losing me. On the other hand as well, we can say too that it's also him saying that I'd be lost too. If they're not here, I'm lost also.
You're right. I should have known you'd say something like that.
Oh my freaking god. That trio will Stell, Dan Heng, March 7th. We've earned a world where they are all together. We've earned it.
Well, I suppose there's no point in
You should have known that from the
you.
second year. This line here is so important to me. Because again, as I said, the double meaning, it's like, it's the same thing. If you lose them, it's the same thing as if you lost me. And also at the same time too, it's, if they're not here, I'm lost. And that's so like, to me, I don't care what anyone says, that's the double meaning of this. Holy hell.
Mr. Yang, Miss Himiko, I will do everything in my power to bring the express crew back together.
I'm going to die. I am going to die several times over.
No one will be left behind.
They're trying to kill me. They're legitimately trying to kill me. These lines, this dialogue. No one will be left behind, of course, Dan Heng, of course. Holy hell, my heart keeps getting struck out over and over again. I feel it, man. I feel every single bit of passion from Don Heng here. Returning to the trail. What are we doing now? What? Beautiful voice, but...
You may notice a hint of sweetness in the air. That would be the fragrance of the 7-colored bath salts from Marmorial Palace.
No.
A truly splendid journey, if I may say so. With the Era Nova now complete, you have granted the hero the perfect conclusion.
No. Don't even try. Who's Shush? Dun, 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 dun. What's that? Dun, 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 dun. What is that? Oh my god. Du, 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 du. That's an actual song. Or it's a song in this game. What is that? Oh my god, it's gonna kill me. It's one of those things where, like, you know, you know an actor's name and you just can't remember it. That is...
Losses were a constant on the Flame Chase journey until your radiant arrival
What is
turned the
this?
tide.
What is this?
Lord Ravager, Iron
Stop.
Tomb, ha! Mere playthings in the hands of the Trailblazer. The cosmos is safe once more because...
Because...
Shush!
What, their name is Shush and you say... Shush? What is happening?
Hey! Incoming train broadcast! Attention all passengers! The navigation meeting is about to begin! Make your way to the parlor car! It's time to pick our next
This is
stop.
obviously messing with our memories as well, right? What is this?
Perfect timing. Let's head to the
These
meeting.
juice boxes?
I'm wide awake and feeling great.
Great, but...
What's
What is this?
Who left this note?
I don't even know anymore.
Strange. It's like I...
An impulse rushed into your mind, urging you to read it. Take a look, so we have to take a look. Stell, we'll travel together forever and ever. Is this what Evernight took the whole, like, the trailblazing mission going on forever? It's like maybe an eternal, like, you're going to be trailblazing forever and ever here. When did this get such a heavy message? It's similar to what happened before. Remember when we saw...
When did she leave this?
We saw, Kafka.
I didn't hear a thing. Whatever. I'll go ask her myself. There's a new painting here.
And that is 100% the same type of painting that we saw with Acheron. That we saw with May.
All I did was take a bath. How did so many surprises pop up? Better step forward and take a closer look.
Keep it down. I think I found her.
Is that Sunday?
Who's there?
Was that Sunday? Where's this room? This isn't the Astro Express, is it? I've never seen this room in the Astro Express. This is a gigantic bedroom. It seems like it's the Astro Express, but this is gigantic. Guys, I think it's probably a good idea to end the video here and then come back in the next one and recuperate from all the stuff that's happened here. I'm going to pause and save just so we don't interrupt him. That sounded like Sunday's voice.
The tour is over.
Why are we here?
And it's time for some rest.
Why did we get warped to here? That's so scary. Why here? I guess like the stuff with the memo snatchers and all this stuff as well, they were here too. That sounded like Sunday's voice in the end. I think that's probably Herta trying to find us. Do you think so? Possibly. Why am I here though? Well, regardless, we can definitely talk about this stuff now. Great music here as well. Honestly, this is not music for discussion. Let's go to the Astro Express. I wonder whether is the ice gone super crazy now? Do you think it has? No, it's similar to what, because we're not in the main part of the story anymore. That is still one of the scariest moments ever. There's Sparkle. We're getting you back. We will get you back. Okay. A lot of stuff happened. And again, I'm going to be jumbled all over the place, but we're going to try our best. This might not be like a recap of like what's happening here, but like we'll try your best to get through like all of this this stuff regardless, you know. This is, I think, what I can say about the quality, first of all of this, is that we have gone from, you know, already one of the most amazing stories ever in Amphoreus, and it's only grown into stuff that's like even more amazing as we're going forward. Like the fact that like we've once again re-energized and the fact that once again we've already like, re-energized the story another time, which has happened already before as well. The fact that, like, you know, not that he's taking a back seat, but it feels like Xandar even has taken a little bit of a back seat. Just like the same way that, like, in the original story, like, we had, like, this original path that we were following, and then Xandar took center stage. And now it feels like Evernight is taking center stage. They've really made this into, like, a trilogy almost. Now, watch there be another thing after this, but it really feels like, you know, there is, like, a really fantastic way they've, like, transitioned into each, like, part of the story in a really fantastic... really strong way, it feels like. I think that like when it comes to all these different revelations, I do like that like all of them are backed up by things that we felt before, whether it be the you know, the interest in Stell's memories, or the fact that like the Garden of Recollection has also already messed with March's memories. The idea behind the gate that was letting people into Amphoreus and luring them into Amphoreus and things like this, and with Cyrene standing in front of the gate, like all these things have been backed up. Like all these different things feel like they've been backed up. The Memo Snatchers trying to, you know, invade the Herta space station, and Herta stopping them, right? There's all these different things that like you look back and you're like, oh yeah, this has been built up for a while, like in both story and in like execution. It's been built up for a while. And it's unbelievably well done. To try and summarize what happened in this episode, I mean, we can look through the text again as well if you wanted to, also that I screenshotted. But at the start of this whole thing, we realized that we don't know who returned the core flame of time. And at that moment, we realized something was off, and so did High Sealans. Xandar also exclaimed how he also believed that this world was like off as well. When the moment when Anaxagoras showed up and like was talking about torturing Xandar after he, I think if I'm not mistaken, the butter version of Anaxagoras, because he's made of butter, he showed up because his Philosopher's Stone that he was put into was like scattered around the vortex of Genesis, was it? And then he became like part of the, seems like the code of Amphoreus in a way, so he's able to like infiltrate this place, which is great to see him. But Xandar realized something was off as well. He said that there was another people at play here, and it's the Garden of Recollection, it's Memoria, it's another path, and not only are they messing with things, but they also mess with our memories here. They messed with, where's Cyrene? We no longer see Cyrene. They are working on their own plan as well, this like Memo Snatchers, the offset of the Garden of Recollection. Evernight appears before us. Evernight says to us that March, quote unquote, disappeared in order to have us go on this trailblazing journey forever and protect Dan Heng and Stell. And in the process of this, I believe this is how they dropped the firewall of Amphoreus. But the way that they described March was, or Evernight, was that she is a shadow of March. She is not March herself. She is like the shadow of the candle of March herself. And later on, they talked about it. She is like they described her like being on the path, right? So I forgot what the exact expression was. It was like a memo snatcher on like the path or something like that, or something along those lines. That's the way they described her as well. She has now, what it seems to be, put Stell, what I think it is at the end of this, is put Stell into like this, maybe this constant memory of like trailblazing, because they're talking about going on the next trailblazing journey and how this is going to be like your next path and all this stuff too, and maybe that's like what, in a way, what March quote unquote wanted, but like she twisted obviously that around at the same time too. I think we've discovered that March arrived here beforehand with her memories. The people of Amphoreus were lured in here through a gate into Amphoreus, and their memories were then tampered with, and they became part of this world. And believed that they were always just part of this world. Right? To protect Dan Heng and Stell, March gave up her memories after being discovered by Xandar. And that is what, in my view, opened up the firewall for Amphoreus, allowing not only Dan Heng and Stell to arrive here, but also the memo snatchers to show up on Amphoreus, and that's when they started becoming more involved with this world. And they even said within Evernight that she seemed to be like undetected by Xandar, and she'd been here for like a while, like Evernight wants Stell to recreate the Aranova, but in a kind of like a particular way. It's almost like, when you go and sign up for a website, or you download like a editing software, and you click on the stuff that you want and don't want, and she wants to do that basically with Stell's memories. Pick out the parts that we do want and don't want. And maybe that's what happened at the end here as well. Like the whole thing of like Stell's memories are like disjointed, and she only picked out the best parts, right? And because even like the room is different from what like Stell's usual room on the Astral Express or whatever. There's even a robot there called Shush. So it is like a tampering of Stell's memories as well, in order to like create a Aranova that they want themselves. But we find out later that the Garden of Recollection memo snatchers aim to document the fall of a dead or of a dying Eon, which in this case would be the Iridation Noose. So to do this, they're like following along the path of destruction, because they believe that Fuli would just recreate the world anyway. So they're looking for this world to be, and they see Amphoreus as like a mini universe where they can watch the world be destroyed through the Black Tide and through Iron Tomb, right? Again, if I say the same thing about Lygus, I want to make this clear, like, following the path of Iron Tomb is also following the Black Tide. I can't be picky about this. If Lygus is also the one who knows about the Black Tide and its destruction, the Garden of Recollection also wanting destruction here, knowing destruction, like intentionally wanting destruction, we have to call that out too, right? And we would, of course we would. It's a really horrific thing, but what they want to do is record the fall of a universe, maybe the will of an Eon, the fall of an Eon, and have Fuli recreate the world then afterwards, so they will be able to say that they documented something that no one could ever document, which is the death of an Eon, which hasn't been documented like in the way that they want to document it, right? Because they know that Eons have fallen, right? But they don't know the memories and the actual time. They weren't there to document the actual thing itself as it's happening. And also, what a better get for the Garden of Recollection, since, as I said, this is what I'm saying with the way it's incredibly well built up. Because in this moment, right, if they just drop this on us right now where it's like, oh yeah, they want to like get Stell's memories, or not Stell's memories, they want to get like, they want to record the destruction of a universe. They want to record the fall of an Eon. If they just said this right now, Yes, it would be such a cool story, but it wouldn't be as impactful. Because while it's not Black Swan that wants this, we know that the Guard of Recollection value memories. To the point that, as we know, Black Swan, for a while, wanted to keep Stell well protected because Stell's memories are more valuable than anyone else's. They really are, like, legitimately. She has been a part of every single journey more than any single individual in this cosmos so far. And she's on a collision course towards the nuke, making friends with stellar hunters, warlords, world leaders, famous celebrities, ninjas, like all these things. Her life is so valuable in terms of those memories, so that when they actually say, like, oh yeah, they want this stuff and they want to record the death of an Eon and the destruction of the world and all this stuff too, it's so believable, because you could believe that a terrifying offset of the Garden of Recollection would want this, because we know they value the idea of memory so much. It's not far-fetched. You could tell, and since we already know that there's like psychopaths in this world, and we already know that people who follow paths in this world can be delusional and crazy and absolutely evil at times too. And let's use another example as well of how this game's so well built up. We know the people we love in the hunt. Xian Shou, for example, like, favor the destruction of their enemies in a very horrific way and follow a god that has destroyed hospitals. You know what I mean? Like, this is just a fact. Like, so when you have like this people in this world that are so willing to do something so destructive for their own means, because we have all this stuff that's been built up over time with all these different worlds, Cocolia, the people underground who were stealing stuff from the other people underground, like all these little things that like showcase this world that people like the IPC doing stuff behind the scenes too. Like, there's people in this world who are willing to do some really absolutely crazy stuff, and there's levels to it, of course. But because they built up all this stuff so well, there's not even an inch of it being far-fetched. You believe it right away. You're like, yeah, like, I believe there's people like that in this world that would do that. I believe it. And I hope it doesn't seem like I'm comparing the people of the Xian Show to like the Guard of Recollection trying to destroy the world. I hope it doesn't make it seem that. But I'm trying to say that like there are decisions made on the path of a god that sometimes are just delusional and crazy and should be stopped. Right? That's what I'm saying. The delusions of the following the Eons, apart from Madrilla, that's the only Eon that's good, is something that makes it believable that people would do this type of destructive stuff. It makes it so believable, you know? Because it's a disease. It's an absolute disease. The die-hard dedication that people have to the Eons sometimes in this world. That's why I always say, like, with Lygus, if Lygus came to me tomorrow and said, hey, I got this super cool gun, we're going to kill Noose, and nothing else will happen to anyone else, I'd be like, high five, pat on the butt, let's go. Bam, bang. Like, I'd be like, right away, I'd be there. 100%, because these Eons see us as ants. They're evil, but still people follow them, like, and follow their guidance and you know, this stuff too. And like, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not going to go off on a tangent here, but it is one of those things where it's believable that people would, like, you know, who are on the path would do this type of stuff. And it seems like that's what they want to do. They want to watch the fall of Iridation and record it. And to do that, they had to break down the firewall to Amphoreus. And they also had to have Black Swan lead us here too. They probably counted on that, which allowed us to march to break down the firewall with their memories, leading us into Amphoreus and letting everyone else enter Amphoreus too, which now allows the Memo Snatchers to be a part of Amphoreus, just like Evernight is a part there of Amphoreus too, which I think would make sense now. If you think of it too, we came into so many like different like characters pretending to be other characters trying to lure people through that gate, and I think they've been doing that to everybody, because we found out that the people of Amphoreus, again, maybe I'm mistaken about this, but the people of Amphoreus seem to be lured people from other worlds, maybe, at least some of them. And which is a crazy revelation. It's an absolutely crazy revelation. It really is. But that's kind of like my summary of like what the ideas they want here, and what the ideals they have here are, what they want here. Don Heng, who is voice actor, not surprised, put on the performance of a lifetime here. Worried about Stell, worried about March. We find out that Don Heng and Stell and March's bodies never made it to Amphoreus. Never did. But what did make it to Amphoreus was their minds, or their memories, I guess, or their like in something mimetic in some ways. So their bodies are still out there in the train. We never got there in the train. When we got there, there's a flash of like March's memories that brought us into Amphoreus, and it seems like that's what like brought down the firewall and brought us in there. And since we're allowed to go there, Dan Heng is allowed to go there again, or should be allowed to go there again. So he's offering to go back to Amphoreus once again to save Stell and save March and bring them back home. And this whole sequence was so powerful to me. This whole section of the game. Because you see Dan Heng like at his most vulnerable state ever, calling out to people saying he's here, hearing people talking about him, desperately wanting some answers and to see March safe, worried about what he's going to see when he knocks on the door, March's door, worried about what happened to Stell. So desperately worried about all of this. And the voice actor portrayed in such a fantastic way as well. The whispered and the cut off breath, the sharpness in their voice, the elevation in their tone. Whenever they, you could tell that they were like worried or scared, calling out to asking people that like if they knew if they could hear them. And then one of the best moments ever, which is Himiko saying something nice about Dan Heng's determination. He was like, Himiko believes in me. And he turned and destroyed this like memo keeper. And it seems that what happened was through the help of like Herta, the mirrors or whatever, they were able to have Dan Heng warp his, like, I don't know what you call it, like his hologram here, in the same way that Kafka did it before, in the same way that Screwlim does, in the same way Herta did it, in the same way Welt does it, to this location. So because of that, he was actually able to get here. But it seems like it was blocking him off, those, like the mimetic creatures, the memory memes were blocking him off in some way. And once he killed him, he was able to see Himiko and Black Swan again. Yeah, an incredible scene. Like one of my favorite sections of the game, just because it showcases like the love for the trio that they have with each other, and that's something that's so big in this story as well, is the love for that they have for each other. The love that these characters have for each other is always so eternal and beautiful that there's never a time when I'm playing this game that I don't feel like so emotionally attached to them and the love they have. And when I say love they have for each other, look at the circle here. Look, not the triangle, I should say. Look at this, bouncing off each other. Dan Heng, I'm going back there to find them. Stell, what did you do with March? Right? March, I want to protect Dan Heng and Stell. This whole situation, this whole episode was a triangle of the three of them being worried about each other. This whole episode was a triangle of worry of the trio. And everything is set in motion based on the trio. March gave up her memories for the trio. Stell is listening to this Evernight to save March for the trio. Dan Heng is going back for the trio. The trio is literally pushing the story of Amphoreus forward. Like, greatest trio of all time? Possibly, I'd have to think, you know? Someone's going to bring up TLC. Possibly TLC are pretty great too. You know what I mean? I'm not going to, like, I can't deny they're fantastic, but, you know, you could say Jaden, Yuki, Cyrus, and Chumley as well. I wouldn't deny it. You know, you could say the Ojama trio. I wouldn't deny it. But I just think this is one of the best trios in the history of. I mean, like, you know, people are gonna go through anime as well and all this stuff too. But like, it's you know, I feel like you know what I'm saying. This trio is absolutely fantastic. One of the best ever, honestly. This was a superb section of the game, and let's go through like all the other information we have here, just so we don't miss anything as well. Whereabouts was the thing I had here as well? Oh, this is the letter. I took a screenshot of the letter. If you yeah, I just don't know if I'm allowed to read it yet. So you guys can read that for me and tell me if like, I'm allowed to read it, because I'm worried it might be something like, we had such a good time on the new planet and this new character and this character died. I'm so worried, but you guys can check it there. But I took a screenshot of it so you guys can check it. Pause there in that moment and tell me if I can read this. So we said to Evernight that you overwrote everyone's memories. She said you kind of like got that we would know this as well, and she kind of believed in like, you know, March's trusted friend. And we said we don't only care about March's safety. She'll no longer resist, but you have a chance to fix everything. So we have a chance to fix stuff here. She wanted us, and we said this as well, she wants us to basically discard the part she doesn't want of the Aeronova and have us create a new Aeronova. She says your friend March 7th is no more, which again, we don't believe it. Dan Heng doesn't believe it. We're trying to do something about this. March 7 entered this world long before you had arrived in Amphoreus. So that's how she opened up the firewall through her memories. She embraced the path of remembrance to save you two and burned away. So that's interesting to me as well. Like, I maybe I'm confused on that timeline. When she saved us, like, did she know we were heading here anyway? I think she did, right? She knew we were heading here anyway. And, yeah, okay. And I am the shadow cast by our candlelight. That's what she says she is. She's the shadow of March 7th. She's been hiding in the cracks of time all these years. So she's been hiding inside of Amphoreus all these years. Hiding from Lygus. No one ever returned the core flame of time. This Memoria tide comes from your companion March 7th. So the Memoria tide that we're in right now comes from March 7th. If I'm not, we can look at like the actual meaning of it, but I believe, I don't know if I'm gonna get this term right, but is a Memoria tide like a specific pocket of Memoria that like people are kind of like in? Which means that's why when Black Swan was saying like if he dwell deeper into this Memoria, will be ripped asunder. In some ways, we said you're not March 7. Give her back. I'm closely intertwined. This is what March 7 wanted. If a new life is to be born, it has a seed has to be dead. So she's talking about getting rid of March 7 or this thing too. She wanted a journey of trailblazers without end, but then again, it is twisting the idea of her wish. Because it feels like we did get that in the end, but like it's obviously March wanted like everyone to be safe in that sense too, not just like a never-ending world here. What's going on? Your conscience is suddenly so far away. That's what Cyrene is saying about Stell. Sink into oblivion, become be my guest. You don't have a choice because you're the Memoria tide comes from companion March 7. So again, I think it is one of those things where she is like, we're in March 7's Memoria pocket, I guess. We got a trophy here. Me and my voice. Whoa, my God.
This is the only way.
Then we have this stuff from Himiko and all this stuff as well. So, was this beforehand or afterwards? No, this is before. So, this is the conversation that they were having with each other. They no longer had the chip. This is Himiko and Welt's conversation. And they were trying to get help in any way, shape, or form. And Sunday is tuning stuff with his powers. We know that as well. This is the stuff with Black Swan. She was the first to be hijacked by the remembrance, but she used Memoria to neutralize the firewall, allowing to end for. Yeah, that sounds like what she did with her memory in that moment as well. And this flash of memories was her memory going by as well. Okay, so I think we kind of like got a grasp on a lot of the stuff's happening here. Really, it is just like an unbelievably impressive and like mind-blowing story once again. The idea, again, I love the idea of the story behind the Garden of Recollection, the Memo Snatchers, and what they're trying to do here. Not that I want it to happen, but I think in terms of like story writing on paper, that is just so cool. It's such a great idea. Because again, it makes sense from their build up of their story. I like it. It's them constantly looking for these, like being obsessed with the idea of like a great memory, and what's a better thing to recount or to study than like the death of an Eon in their eyes. Like that makes sense for their story. Like there's no doubt in my mind that just makes sense for their story more than anything. The stuff with Don Hong and his determination is so well written as well. It's so great to see him as a character who, again, we know he's willing to do anything for the character, just like everyone. As I said, the trio. It's a trio that cares so much about each other. The stuff with March being so desperate to help us that she's willing to give up her memories, again, it's so sad, but again, it's a very March 7 thing it feels like to do as well. And it is a sad moment because, again, she's willing to do everything to help us. I think the Evernight as a character is also so mysterious and so wonderful in that sense too, because even though I'm terrified of her, you're kind of drawn in by her. You want to know more about her. And that to me is like the sign of like a really great character, honestly. The fact that like I can be so heavily scared of what they're trying to do with this character, but then at the same time too sit here and be amazed and hanging on every single word that they say, that's how you know they made a great character. That's how you know they made a fantastic character. the fact that it's like you pay attention to every single word they say, and the design is incredible too, but it's just like one of those things where it just makes my brain skip as well. It's an incredible design, but it makes my brain skip also at the same time. I love the relationship with Dan Heng and Himiko and Welt. You can tell the concern in their voices. It makes it feel very realistic. They don't want him to go back, and like it's such a parental thing for them just to be happy to get Dan Heng back. Not that it's a moment of relief. It's not that they're not worried about March and Stell. It's like, oh, at least we got Dan Heng here. You know what I mean? It's a moment of relief, and it's so parental in my views as well. Also, we have to learn where High Ceilings went. Where did Cyrene go at this time too? What happened? And it seems to be do with the memories, right? I'd say like it is something to do with the warping of memories. It seems High Ceilings was like warped, or maybe like we went into March's memory tight. Who knows what happened there? But we know that like March's memories seems to be like an overarching thing here, and her memory tide was the thing that got us into Amphoreus, and it's what allowed the Memo Snatchers also to come in here too, and it's also what's going to allow Dan Heng to get in here also. This is incredible. This is an absolutely incredible story so far. We've only started this act. It's so incredible. Like, I am buzzing to see what's going to be coming next with all this stuff. And just to let you guys know, there will only be 2 episodes of Honkai Star Rail this week because, of course, it is a Genshin update week. So, yeah, there won't be... And that's always been... You guys know it's always been the way. It's 3 episodes sometimes if you can, 2 episodes if you can't. Last week it was 1 episode, technically, because it was a big, gigantic, chunky monster episode. But, yeah, like... Honestly, a really well-written story and an amazing concept that makes you just want to, obviously, like, I'm just like terrified, of course, of the outcome that can come here with like the Memo Snatchers wanting to work alongside the destruction or use the destruction away to create some like gigantic like or to see the Iron Tunes will be carried out. Not only that, but we also know it's like the idea of like they want to stop anyone else from getting involved because they want the experiment to go the way they want to. They want to record in the way they want to. They're trying to stop people from even getting involved in that sense now. It's all down to them wanting Iron Tomb to succeed in some ways so that they can record the destruction of a universe and just record the destruction of Irradiation. And before I go, I just want to say that as well, that like I think that even like the scenes in this, like from a standpoint of just like what they've done here with the trio as well. I know I keep talking about the trio. We literally went Stell, March, Dan Heng in that order. That was the 3 people that were involved in scenes here in this episode was the trio. It's not unintentional. It's not unintentional that the heart of the trio drives the story forward. It's not. If you want to see these videos early, you can do so on YouTube members or on Patreon for €1, which is the lowest tier. And for example, this video came out on Tuesday evening, but next week a video like this can come out on Monday. But it always depends. Like if there's something that happens, I will always like update you guys. But generally, Honkai Star Rail videos come out early, which is always like, you know, on a specific day, like it comes out. It comes out very early. For example, like the next Honkai Star Rail video, that's the Saturday one, will come out on Thursday, I believe, as well. So when you guys are watching this one publicly, the other one will be out that evening, right after you guys have already seen this episode. That evening, the next episode will already be out as well. If you want your name going across into text credits, which is going by right now, you can do that for €10 or whatever's in your currency. And if you want to hear your name shouted out as a shout out at the end of every single video, that is €15 or whatever is in your currency on YouTube members and on Patreon. And it helps out a lot, guys. It really does. And I thank you so much for checking it out. Thank you so much, too. First, the patrons of the highest tier: Ty Pharaoh 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, The Ghost of Ingazuma, Delicious Felix, Yuld, Anusta, Assassin, Drew Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, Hyde Kasparian, Neo Showerite, Leah 200, Malcolm Gunday, and the highest tier of my YouTube, Blasco and Lucinangi. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.